Hey guys, and welcome to the latest edition of the Kronos Review Diaries. Today we're really excited to bring you a new brand here, Kronos, and that is Acoustic Solid. For any of you that aren't maybe as familiar with Acoustic Solid, they're a German manufacturer of turntables, tone arms and accessories, and have been doing that for over 25 years. Um, During that time they've mainly focused on the German market, but more recently they've begun to export more of their products worldwide, and now they're available completely worldwide. As soon as we obviously found out they were going to be available in the UK, we were very excited to get involved with the brand, and we're now very happy to have the full range here at Kronos AV. We've known about Acoustic Solid for quite a while, and these turntables really appealed us. We had heard them and seen them at various international shows, and simply the value for money aspect is simply unbelievable. Um, the reason for that is that this turntable and all of the Acoustic Solid range are hand built in their own factory in Altmark, Germany. And the only piece that they actually buy in is the motor itself. The casings and everything else are again still built in their own factory, and everything is machined completely in house. They have 6 skilled craftsmen that are allowed to build and assemble these turntables. So everything that is done is very typically German engineering. Everything is done to the absolute precision, and when you're listening to these and when you see them in the flesh, you can truly appreciate just how much effort and the quality of the engineering that's gone into this. The other amazing thing is that Acoustic Solid are of course known for their reliability. Therefore, because the engineering is so precise and the tolerances are so carefully checked, these tend to last forever. As long as you service them like every other turntable, you tend to find that these are such a long lasting turntable. The reliability is second to none. So as you can see here as well, it's obviously this beautiful polished finish. This is again still all done in-house in Altmark, Germany, in Acoustic Solid's own specially built factory. So this is really a real personal touch for these turntables. All turntables, regardless of the price, are still built in-house. And the one we have here is actually a very special model. This is one called the Solid Break, which is a limited edition turntable. The reason it's called the Solid Break is that it actually incorporates a motorcycle brake disc and platter. So the story behind this was actually a friend of Car's came to him, and he asked could he produce him a turntable with a motorbike theme, and this is what Car came up with. But obviously since he did that, it gained a lot of traction, got a lot of recognition, and it wasn't just due to the visuals of it and the fact that it incorporated this brake disc. It was the performance that this turntable achieved, and from there Carl then decided he was going to make a limited edition range of these turntables, so we were very excited to get our hands on one. So as I mentioned, the unique part of this turntable is of course the brake disc that is incorporated into the platter, and this is far from a gimmick and far from just adding something for art or for visuals. The performance benefit of this is actually incredible. We've heard this turntable with and without, and the difference is night and day. The brake disc was very carefully selected. For any of you that aren't familiar with motorcycling, the brake disc that they use is something they call a floating disc, and the idea behind the floating disc is that the outer ring that the brake pads touch is actually isolated from the inner hub. And the idea in motorcycling is that it reduces any vibrations and the feedback from the brakes getting to the rider, which makes a more comfortable and pleasant ride. That same technique has been applied here with the turntable as well. Because the platter is therefore isolated from the inner spindle, you're reducing vibrations exponentially. But as well as that, the idea behind a brake disc is obviously it's a perfectly balanced piece. So that means that the centrifugal forces that a brake disc is well used to dealing with and has been designed to deal with is also keeping this at a perfect speed. And that's where this little microcontroller also comes into play. So each, again, Acoustic Solid turntable comes with an electronic speed control, which is all contained within this microcontroller. So on this you have your on-off button. As you can see, we've just turned it off. This can then obviously be switched back on, and you can select your 33 or your 45. But the other nice feature is you can actually turn the speed up and down, so there is manual adjustment, but it's all controlled through this microcontroller. So it's exceptionally simple to use, and you do have this LED up top here which flashes red and green as it's speeding up, and once it's hit the optimal speed it will go solid green, so you know that it is tracking fully at the exact speed at all times. The tone arm we have here is effectively the entry model. This is a WTB 370. So this turntable, the solid break, comes with this tone arm as standard and incorporates a pre-fitted Ortophone quintet rail. However, Acoustic Solid do a range of turntables, and this is their tone arms, and this is the entry level version. They do another one called the 230, which is a slightly higher spec tone arm. It's carbon fiber tone arm, and again has more metal parts, which is all fully polished, but also of course the internal wiring is also upgraded. So for a little bit extra money you can upgrade the tone arm to that one, but you still can get it with the Ortophone Quintet Red. So while this is obviously a work of art and exceptionally engineered, it's also very user friendly. This is in essence a plug and play turntable. The simplest thing really is, as it comes, you just need to pop the platter on, tone arm, and the cartridge is pre-fitted. You're pretty much ready to go. There's not a lot of building to them. As I say, everything can be controlled here from the microcontroller at the front. And honestly, sonically, these are simply sensational. The solid break obviously has a few nice features. As you can see spinning here, there's that sort of gyro deck-esque spacers underneath, which just gives a beautiful visual when the turntable's playing. But sonically, these turntables have blown us away. This limited edition model comes in at £6,500 as a complete package with tone arm and cartridge. Obviously, if you want to upgrade the tone arm to a slightly more expensive one, that does increase a little bit. However, as a package, this is simply the most exceptional value for money we've seen in a long time. When you consider this is completely hand built, hand polished, hand assembled, this is not a mass produced product. This is done specifically for each customer, and for that reason as well, Acoustic Solid can also do various customizations for individual customers. So if you wanted these in specific colours, or you want a specific plinth built, that can all be arranged as well. So there's a lot of customization options as well to make this your own. But as well as that, when you buy an Acoustic Solid, you're buying a turntable that has been built for you, and there's something special about that. And I think it's that attention to detail that really comes through, because the video obviously doesn't do this turntable justice at all. The finish, the polished finish, and the way this looks is obviously just simply breathtaking. This could easily be mistaken for a £20,000 turntable, genuinely, and we have customers in store who have seen it and almost cringed asking us what price it is, and they're just pleasantly surprised when they hear it, and especially sonically, it is really, really exceptional. The solid break's obviously a very limited edition model, however there is a full range of turntables as well. Some styles similar to this in the sort of skeleton style, as well as others which are a more conventional rectangular shape. So there's lots to choose from, and there's lots of customization options with tone arms as well. So yeah, if you are local to any of our stores, I do strongly urge you to call in and have a listen to one of these. You will be simply blown away. And to say, there's a great price range with these, starting from around £2,100 for a complete package, going all the way up to about 45,000. So there's a turntable in there for pretty much everyone, and obviously lots and lots of upgrade options. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video for that quick look into Acoustic Solid. We can't wait to bring you more videos with this fantastic turntable manufacturer, hopefully in the future. I hope to get you guys soon and you get the opportunity to experience Acoustic Solid for yourself.